So hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Aquafina. So in this video I am going to discuss about guppy fish breeding. So breeding any fish come with its own unique opportunity and challenges, and the guppy is no exception. While generally as a beginner fish there are some more delicate and beautiful strain that should only be kept and bred by very experienced aquarists. Two of the biggest problems with brooding guppies are vent spines and too many fry. Improper water parameter cause both the mothers and the fry to develop several bent and curved spine. In addition, once they start brooding, it is often impossible to get them to stop. Even after they have been separated for a male over a 6 month, a female can still give birth every month. So the step 1 is setting up your guppy brooding tank. So there are several issues to consider when setting up your brooding tank. One most important being is what do I plan on doing with the fry? If you plan on keeping the fry in the same tank as the parent, the setup will be very different than if you plan on separating them as soon as they are born or even using a breeder basket. Step 2 is tank size and filtration. The brooding tank should be at least 10 gallon through 20 gallon is recommended. The filter should be a sponge filter or similar as an uncovered hang on back filter or canister filter can kill fry. Sponge filter do not allow this to happen but still provide essential filtration and flow. Step 3 is substrate and decoration. The substrate is entirely up to you as guppies are fine on gravel, sand, bare bottom or the substrate. Guppies often pick at the substrate for species of uneaten food, so be careful not to choose extremely fine gravel and remove all tiny rocks that come with normal gravel. We also recommended providing several large decorations that female can escape and hide. You need at least 3 to 4 side break decoration or decoration that will break the line of sight between two fishes. Males constantly pursue and harasses females sometimes to death, so the female need to be able to get out of sight of the male. Aside from this, the decoration is entirely up to you. If you plan on trying to find the fry yourself and moving them to another tank, you need one to create fry trap, which will be discussed further. If you do not you should heavily plan the tank, providing several areas of tight plants such as java moss and guppy grass. The parents will start hunting the fry as soon as they are born, but fry can escape into moss where the adults cannot flow them. Step 4 is water parameter. Water parameter are also some of the biggest issue that come along with guppies. Since they are sold as starter fish, beginners often end up with them without knowing the proper care requirement. While a beginner should know how to treat ammonia, nitrite and nitrate, it is unlikely that they also know how to test GH, TDS and salinity, all of which are very useful in keeping guppies. Guppies need hard water in order to live, and that water needs to contain a large amount of calcium. Since females are constantly giving birth to up to 30 fry every month, they need to be able to extract high amount of calcium from the water. Without adding calcium to the water either with crushed coral or another source, their skeleton and the skeleton of the fry will become weak and wrapped. The TDS or total dissolved solid measure the amount of minerals and other materials such as salt dissolved in the water. However, it's measure them all as one number, so you cannot determine what makes up those dissolved solids. The general hardness is similar to the TDS, except it normally only measures the calcium and magnesium in the water. With the KH or carbonate hardness, you will be able to determine how much calcium is in the water. This is important for keeping guppies, and you will likely need to add a carbon supplement in the water. Guppies prefer water that has between 13 to 15 to 30 GH and 8 or more kh. It is better to keep on the mid to upper scale of the GH measurement. Though some of the harder strain can survive a wider range, the temperature should be between 78 to 83 degree Fahrenheit through a wider range is possible. The pH should be on the higher end of 7 to the mid range of 8. Through with a high GH and KH, you generally will not have to worry about the pH. So the step 5 is grading the breeder. Once you set up and cycle your tank, when 4 ppm ammonia is processed into nitrite within 24 hours and you are ready to pick your breeders male to female ratio, when picking out guppies to breed, you never want to pick one male and one female. The single male will harass the female to death. When choosing your fish, you need a specific number of males and females. Males have what it is called a gonopodium, a long and thin looking structure where the anal fin of a fish is normally. So males have stronger and brighter coloration on the fins than females and will exhibit strong body coloration as well. Female have triangular shaped anal fin, normally lack all colors on the body and will have dissimilar coloration on the fins. It is normally extreme easy to differentiate between the two sexes. For a 10 gallon, it is best to start with one male and 2 to 3 females. The types and strain you get is entirely up to you, and you need to ensure that there is a market already available for your particular strain. Some strain and mixes are already too common and you won't be able to sell a single one. So the step 6 is getting started in brooding guppies. In the terms of difficulty of brooding guppies or nearly any live bearer, it couldn't be any easier. When you put a male and female together, even for just one day, the female will regularly give birth or several months to over a year. This can present an issue as your female was already in contact with another male before coming into contact with the male you picked for her babies. Can be from either male. This can dilute the genes you wanted to breed, but sometimes you will end up with a surprise guppy close to show quality. As long as you provide at least some cover for the babies, most will survive. So as previously mentioned, you need more females than male, preferably 3 females for every male. If you follow these 2 simple rules along with keeping proper water parameter, you will live success brooding guppies. However, if the strain you picked suddenly declines in popularity and you are unable to sell any guppies, you need to separate the males and female fry soon as possible. This will prevent further breeding. You can try and offer plant along with guppies to make sales or use the guppy for something else. The only way you can guarantee that a feeder fish is healthy is if you breed it yourself. So step 7 is breeding basket. Breeding basket, breeding net and breeding boxes are the center of debate among live bearer breeders. Some swear that it is the only way they are able to save any fry, while others say the boxes stress the female though to abort the babies, then dry off stress themselves. If you plan on using a breeder boxes, be aware that moving a female close to giving birth can stress her enough to abort the fry. In addition, if she is stressed for too long, the stress of being moved to a confined place coupled with the stress of giving birth can kill her. If you want to use a commercial brooding basket, net or box, it is best to simply move fry into them after they are born. On the other hand, if you want to move the female into a separate area to give birth, the best way to do this is with a dye breeder basket. A 5-gallon pail strainer sometimes that you should be able to find in most hardware stores function as a great breeder box. It allows water movement through the bottom and it is not a confirmed place like most other breeding basket. Get one of these and rest it on the rim of the tank or tape it if it's necessary. Fill it with moss and floating plants with long roots, as they will allow the babies to hide in a way that the mom cannot get to them. Not only will other adults try to eat the fry, but the mom will as well. This is why a separate breeding container can come in handy. Whether you choose to use a breeding basket or not, it's up to you, but be advised that using a commercial breeding basket to house heavily pregnant female guppies can result in the death of the fry and the parents. So step 4 is fry traps. Aside from using a breeder basket or plant cover to prevent the fry from being eaten, you can also use fry trap. This trap the fry or remove them to safe area of the tank, which will be easier than trying to gather them in a net and move them. The easiest trap is simply make a ball of moss or guppy grass, and the fry have been born, they will immediately search for safety. So once most of the fry are in the plant, scoop them out with a net and place them either in a divided sections of the tank or a different tank. If you place them in a different tank, the water must be perfectly identical to the others in terms of temperature, hardness and pH. Needle points plastic canvas is sometimes that you can find in most craft stores and doubles as a trap and a hiding area. Small newborn fry can fit between the gaps in this canvas, so you can make a dun tube, cube or divider out of it. They will go inside to hide. However, as they start to grow, they will be unable to go back out of the canvas, which protect them from the adults. The adults have no possible way of getting through the to fry once they have passed through the canvas unless they go back out. So the step 9 is raising the fry. Unlike most other fish, raising average guppy fry is very simple. Because guppy fry have such high survival rate, most people actually end up with a guppy overpopulation problem instead of an absence of the fry. However, some of the most delicate strain will have high fry mortality rates, and unfortunately there is not much you can do to save them. Aside from that, live fry are normally easy to raise due to the fact that they will take prepared food immediately without the need for any live food or training. Crushed pellet and flake are fine for guppies, but powder fry food and other fry food are also acceptable. They are not all pricky. If you have had your adult guppy for less than a month and are experiences a high fry mortality rate from a common and hardy strain, you may be dealing with a bacterial or a parasitic infection. Was the adult for any signs of infection, whether it be abnormally small bellies or slight white spot on the fish, which is generally ick. A broad spectrum antibiotics or antiparasitic medication can be used on the fry and adults if you spot any symptom. So the step 10 is, which is conclusion. So brooding guppy can be an engaging and rewarding experience. In fact, guppies are one of the first fish that I ever successfully bred and raised from fry. Because of their hardy nature, guppies are the most perfect species for fish keeper looking to get started in this breeding. So these are all information regarding guppy fish breeding. I hope this video will help you. More videos are coming soon, so please stay tuned to my channel.